George, if I
You know
don't...
what rubbish means? You know what rubbish is, right? Rubbish.
But, George, if I don't view these calls and send them, how are we going to have evidence?
What do you mean how we're going to have evidence when you're fucking involved in what they're doing? That's enough evidence right there. You knew damn well that guy was in the back.
No, I didn't. God's honest truth, I didn't. Hand to God, I didn't.
Well, you probably did, but you probably
No,
not.
George, I did not. I knew that there were other men on scene, but for security reasons, obviously, we kept the identities of each other quiet.
Okay, so you just admitted to that you knew other people were there.
I did know other people were there.
All right, so you already admitted to it. And who were the other people?
Again, as I just explained to you, I do not know their names.
Okay. Well, this shit needs to come out. Okay, and the library is sitting on video that they're going to have to be. It's going to have to be summoned. That video is going to have to be summoned from the library to police.
You know that all the Discord can talk about is the crazy 50 emails Kristen sent last night, claiming she has the identity of Mark.
First of all, Kristen went out with her girlfriend last night, so that's where you're wrong.
George, all I've told you is what I see and read.
Okay, well, what you see and read, it's like reading the National Enquirer. It's a bunch of mistruths.
You mean like the Washington Post and New York Times?
No, like the Fox News Network and fucking Rush Limbaugh.
No, George, she was emailing last night. Pictures of an old man in glasses riding a bicycle saying that was Marty.
Okay, well, maybe it is.
How would Marty be some old man?
He's my age.
No, he isn't. He doesn't sound like you.
I don't give a damn what he sounds like. I know he was born 11/25/68. That I do know. 11/25/68. He's younger than me by a few months, but he's my age.
George, you understand that when she does this shit, they spend the entire night laughing.
Okay, well, I don't, she did that, and, that's the guy from the home housing development on HUD. He's a litigator with HUD, Marty Bregwright or whatever. That's who she thinks is Marty. So I don't know.
HUD lawyer.
Marty Bregwright, you know who that is?
George, what would the Department of Urban Housing and Development have to do with gorgeous?
Well, because you're into that you know these people, and maybe you brought him in. I'm not. I don't believe it's true. I don't believe that is true at all. But
you just understand how stupid it sounds, don't you?
Well, no. It's called clues. It's called piecing a puzzle together.
Well, George, I give you all the real clues, and you just don't like them.
I don't. Look. At this point, what I want his head on a mantle with an apple in it, so that I can kick it when I feel good and ready to do so. I want his fucking head on a fucking mantle, so for good measure, if I feel like kicking it with the apple in his mouth, I'll do so.
George, you're never going to get it because you won't do anything about it. Every time I offer you options and solutions,
you're not. No, because with those solutions, they're tied in with getting information on the other side.
George, your best chance is with the brother on your side, but you blew it.
The brother is a troll.
Why do you think he's a troll? Because he's trying to get some payola, just like Gigi does.
The brother
He's just trying to get some payola.
The brother is a troll.
But he's not entitled to his payola if the lawyer tells him he should go try to get it.
When you take, where's like the old lady once said at Wendy's, where is the beef? Where is the beef?
Sure. The Richmond City courts are still closed. Mayor Stoney extended it for another 2 weeks. What do you want me to do? I can't go down there and get it if the government buildings are closed.
I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to say this that an ignoramus like you can understand. Okay? This is a manufactured lawsuit, if any, paid for a man that has already a vendetta against me because of his buddy Will Marklin.
Yeah.
He has a vendetta against me because his buddy Will Marklin. It's a paid manufactured lawsuit that he said, here, take it. So that right there is very questionable. Very questionable and stalking and harassing. So there you go. There is no validity. There's no validity. There's nothing to prove anything in regard to it. It has no weight. It holds no water, and it's a bunch of hot air and a bunch of stuff that happened 3 years after the fact. It is what we would term as a nothing burger. You know what a nothing burger is? It's a nothing burger. Okay? That's a political talk for meaning nothing. Absolutely nothing.
George, a nothing burger like you do nothing against Marty. I agree with everything. Listen, I agree with everything you just said. It is a manufactured lawsuit paid for by Marty Holmgren, and they're represented by Richmond, Virginia attorney.
And it holds no. It's a vendetta. It's a vendetta. It's a personal thing that the judge finds out about it, that he was in cahoots and finds out about all of this. He's going to throw it out. When he's going to find out this guy's involved with Will Marklin, he's going to throw this shit out.
I don't think that's enough to throw the lawsuit out.
It's enough to throw it out because it's 3 years after the fact.
But it's within the 4-year statute of limitations.
It doesn't matter whether it's 4 years for you. That's not the point. The point is that it holds nothing. It holds no ground. There's no proof. There's no freaking proof whatsoever. It's a fucking narrative that's been changed. A narrative that's been changed 10 times over.
But whether it's a vendetta or not, George, if it states a claim upon which relief can be granted, the court's going to hear it.
They're going to throw the damn thing out when it brought up my old case and brought up the fact that this guy, and bring up evidence this guy was in cahoots with Will Marklin.
George, if that's your only defense to a wrongful death case,
and they bring up that case against Will Marklin, and they're going to bring that up knowing this guy was tied in and cyber stalking the interaction. That holds a lot of water. That would hold a lot of fucking water for them to throw the thing out. On that alone, not to mention the contradictions that the brother keeps making. The brother keeps making a whole boatload of contradictions. I'm not having this conversation anymore. Okay? When I say I'm not having this conversation anymore, I mean I'm not.
Do you know what the truth is? The truth is what sets you free.
You're right. The truth is what it is.
Amen. The truth is you're too intimidated by Judge Gibson to go anywhere near it. You refuse to be made a mockery of again because your psyche can't handle it. Or as I would, I've gone.
Let me tell you something. That judge was paid off. Okay? That judge was either A, paid off, or B, was already decided the case before it was even heard, just to stick it to me. And he played like he was giving me some latitude when in all actuality he was pre-decided. He already decided that case months ago. And he wanted to be theatrical and just to bring it out to the courtroom and not even giving me any he'll play like he was trying to help me when in all actuality he already decided that case months ago.
Well, let's file an ethics complaint with the Fourth Circuit, George, and give you your chance to prove it.
Look, I am right now doing what I've got to do to maintain my sanity. Okay? And how I maintain my sanity is to do what I normally do. That's to work. And right now, at the present time, I am working. I work all weekend long, and then work during the week. Non-stop work. That's how I keep my sanity.
So I'm going to be on a boat catching 6-foot marlin. And you're going to be working on Memorial Day.
That's right.
So why don't you put your money where your mouth is, stop bitching about things, and actually do something, and not avoid telling me you're working?
I don't trust you, Sherlock.
God,
I don't trust you.
You need to get
You
over it.
understand me? I'm not getting in bed with the devil.
You need to get over it. I've got pictures of us in bed. You need to get over that shit.
I'm not getting in because that's a Photoshop picture as well.
I've got pictures of us in bed.
I am not playing this game. I'm not dealing with the devil. Actually, that's giving you too much credit. I'm not dealing with you. Period.
I mean, George, why won't you do it by yourself then without me? Why won't you take the knowledge I'm giving you and take it to somebody else? Why won't you do anything? Why are you letting him run your life?
They're not running my life.
They do run your life. They know everything.
No, they fucking don't. The only reason why you call me is to tell me all a bunch of shit that they're doing, and I don't give a shit. There's nothing I can do about it at the present time. They don't run. I don't think about them. The only time I think about them is when I'm hearing shit. When I'm hearing shit from you and hearing shit from other people that are telling me what they're doing.
George,
that's the only time I think about them.
George, you have a TV show that you can't even put on TV. So tell me what that says about how they control you.
No, I got a TV show that I've been producing. I've already produced 4 shows already.
And you can't air them.
Hands on it.
And you can't air them.
They've been aired.
They haven't been aired because we would have them.
No, you would have. Because you would have because they're aired on my Facebook channel. And my Facebook channel is locked down like Fort Knox.
You don't think they have your Facebook, George?
My Facebook is locked down like Fort Knox.
George, you got 60 people in your Facebook group. That's close to the real people who are in the real world, George.
I have 2,365 contacts. Why don't you bite me?
So those are the only 2 people? Well, George, that video's got fucking 3,000 views about you showing your ass in the library. So what does that, 4,000, so what does that tell you? And 100 of them are fake women.
It doesn't matter about that because YouTube will not adhere to what I asked for. YouTube will not adhere and remove the shit. So we have to work it another way. I guarantee you one damn thing, before it's all said and done, all of that shit is coming down. All of that shit is coming down one way or the other. You know that song? One way or another. I'm going to get them. One way or another, that shit is all coming down.
Sure, you can tell
tomorrow, it might not be next week, but it's going to happen.
You said that 18 months ago. And nothing happened.
And I'm saying it now. Okay? I'm saying it now. Things happen.
Why is this broken record of yours a self-fulfilling prophecy?
The prophecy will come true. It's not a broken record. It might be repetitious. It might be repetitious and rhetorical, but it's a prophecy that will follow through. It will come through. I guarantee.
George, what is the definition of insanity?
What is the definition of insanity? What's the definition of a pedophile?
Someone like Matthew Tatum who likes young girls.
Someone of the name of Michael Garland J. Saunders.
But George, why am I not a registered sex offender?
But you are the definition of a pedophile because you got off on technicality and you had a good attorney. Does it mean
a good
that
attorney?
You
I was the lawyer, you idiot.
No, you weren't.
George, I was my own attorney. The same is the secret when you put out there that you would save the house, right?
You keep okay. All right. Let me make it simple to you. You're holding me back from doing my job right now. Okay, and that pisses me off. You're stopping me from doing my job.
How am I stopping you from doing your job? Yeah. You can't go to the Wendy's and...
I'm carrying a conversation with you on the phone, and I need to get in here and get food. And I don't want people to hear this conversation.
George, I am on your side. Let's do something about it.
Like fucking... What's a good scenario? Like someone is on my side. Like Tanya Harding was on Nancy Kerrigan's side. That's how you're on my side. You're on my side like I don't know. What's another good scenario? A good way of saying you're on my side. You're like a snake.
A snake?
Yeah, that's what you are. You're a snake. You're a fucking snake.
George, I do good for you. Don't I?
Why don't you just, God damn it, just, hold on. Give me a fuck. God. There you go. 508 079, I believe. Is that it? Okay. And everything's in? Okay.
I mean, George, no one else would give you the information.
I'm in a restaurant. Can you be quiet, please? Hold on. Thank you. All right. Jesus Christ.
What'd they order?
Something that you would like, seaman soup.
I love semen, especially Georgia.
Yeah. Why don't you,
I'm gonna fuck you in your ass one day, dude.
Okay.
Whether you're conscious or knocked out. Whether you're conscious or knocked out, I'm gonna have that asshole one day.
Why don't you do that with Judge Gibbons?
Because he doesn't have that white cum stain like you do to get me so hard.
He has that rogue look. You know, has the authority. Yeah.
I have the authority.
You have no authority. You have no authority whatsoever. You're just a figment of make believe, imagination.
I bet you I could put your ass in a mental hospital for 3 days.
Why don't you try?
I've thought about it. I wouldn't use that power for evil, George.
Why don't you try? And it'd be the last thing you ever do.
George, I would only do that if you gave me a reason. Like you were actually a threat to yourself or something.
Yeah, well, you know what? First of all, you're a threat to yourself. That's why you entered institutions before, and that's why you talk straight. I've never talked to you straight one day in my life.
It shows.
If you handle it, then I talk to guys and move on.
George, no one else could get you the info that I do. You know that, right?
Your info, I know I have two other, what's the word, operatives? Proving that the language and that fucking operatives. I've got my own operatives out there that are giving me information.
But you don't have anybody in Discord because it's invite only.
Well, there's a tool out there that is flipped, and I'm getting all the information that I need.
George, God has done you some real favors, hasn't he? Look at where you are. I mean, you have Paul and Phyllis, those fake trolls.
Let me inform you. That house situation was my issue. I lost that house because I lost income. And knowing that income was coming in to support the lifestyle that I had once before.
The lifestyle that you had.
How many times I had the income, it was gone. Okay, I lost the income.
It was a one-time payment.
It wasn't a one-time payment. There was other things that I was doing in between.
How many times?
I'll let you know. Hey, I own the karaoke business. I DJ'd. Okay, me and my buddy Nigel. You know Nigel? Okay, you probably the guy that was at the karaoke party. The guy that had this stuff. He and I used to do work together. I used to do work for him, DJ work. I do karaoke DJ stuff. Okay, and I also had other situations as well. But you see, this is shit you don't know because you're clueless.
So this is not part of the narrative. How many times did you pray to God to save the house?
I think I did pretty goddamn good for 9 solid years.
I did it, motherfucker.
No. You did 1 year. I did 8 years. Okay.
How many times did you ask
the
Lord?
1 year, I did 8 years. It was a matter of time anyway because where the economy was getting. The housing development was getting a little bit better, and that's what, pretty much it took Obama 8 years to turn the economy around. And Obama turned the economy around in 8 years, and then the housing market got better. That's why they started pursuing houses that were sitting.
So you got to live there for free for 8 years, lying and bluffing, doing nothing.
First of all, that I was willing to pay my bill. I was willing to pay any bill that was necessary that I had to pay. I had told that they needed to reduce the actual mortgage, and they refused to do so. There's a loan modification. A loan home modification under the Obama Home Preservation. Obama fucking played the Obama Home Preservation Plan. And that plan was to have reduced any burden on income or any burden on mortgages. And that was what they did not do. They should have reduced the actual principal or the actual, or put the interest on the back end to allow me to be able to afford the house. And that was legitimate, but they refused to do that.
Well, George, but why did your electric and water keep getting shut off?
My electric got shut off only once. Water got shut off because they didn't get the payment, or there was a dispute in the payment, and I refused to pay for it. So, I refused to pay for it because they fucked up. So at the time I didn't have water, but then I took care of it. I finally paid it up. So there was water. I'm like, why are you asking so many goddamn fucking questions?
I mean, George, to me that says you don't pay the bills.
No, that says to me that you're a nosy prick that has nothing else better to do with his time than nose in my business. I pay my fucking bills. I'm not a deadbeat. I pay my bills. But again, I don't have to answer to you. You're not my superior. You're not my superior. You're not my God.
Marty,
you're not my daddy or superior God. So I don't need to answer to you.
You're right. I'm not Will Markland nor Marty McFly. But you keep saying how you pay all your bills, George, but all the evidence says you don't.
I don't.
See what I'm trying to figure out?
You don't. Listen, what's it to you? What's it to you? It's not your concern.
I mean, George, you get behind on the car payment on a regular basis. How far is this behind?
You know what? On this car payment, I paid $1,500 down, and I am pretty much on top of things. I don't know. I mean, I could skip months and still be on top of things. So, that's called. You know what that's called? That's called releasing the burden.
No, that's where your dumbass is retarded. You could pay an extra $2,000 today, but still have to pay the month after.
No, that's where you're fucking wrong. Yes, I'm going to pay to get caught up. But if I pay $1,500 up front, $1,500, it gives me a little wiggle room to skip a few months, and without being penalized or clear of anything else.
George, that was your down payment. You spent $1,500 on the car.
Hey! I'm already including the down payment show up.
So why are you living in a motel?
I live in a motel because I'm in transition trying to find a place right now. And I'm not going to live in the projects like you do.
George, you've been in transition for well over a year.
And I'm going to stay there until I find something that I'm comfortable in moving into. I'm not moving into the projects like where you're at. That's not happening.
I live in the project?
Yes, you most certainly do.
My rent is $1,200 a month.
You live in the projects. $1,200. You live in the fucking project.
So there's nothing but brand new cars on my street.
You claim, you don't want to be. That's where you're at.
So it's just nothing but new cars on my street. You're transitioning more than a woman to a man right now. Shit. I mean, goddamn, you've been in transition.
You would know about that, wouldn't you?
You've been in transition for a year. All you've got so far is the titties.
Transition to a woman, don't you?
All you've gotten so far are the titties.
I remember you were in the car as drunk as a fucking monkey, and we were playing Whitney Houston. You would go home. I want to be somebody that everything. You were acting like a fucking faggot.
I want to be somebody.
Yeah, you were acting like a faggot. I want to have somebody that.
George, do you not feel any shame that you are 51 years old living in a motel?
I live in a motel, hotel, Holiday Inn as long as I have to until I can get a place that I want to be at. I'm not going to live in the projects. I'm going to be living where I want to live. And until I can find a place of my liking, I have to do as such.
George, I hate to say this, but you're going to be living you're going to die in a motel.
Okay, well, that's your narrative, and that's what you think.
No, it's the way it works.
No,
you get
it's
comfortable
not the way it works.
It is.
Your opinion.
You got comfortable in the homeless.
So therefore, you think that you think it's true, but I'm telling you it's not. You think it's true, and I can tell you it's not true.
Listen to me.
Your narrative is not the end all.
But you are in a poverty trap. You make just enough to pay the car payment in the motel room 3 nights a week. The rest of the nights are spent in a van or in a fucking park somewhere.
I spend the night over Sherry's at least once a week.
George, the Sherry woman is a figment of your imagination that you hope that I will leak to Marty.
You think that I don't give a damn what you.
That's what you want Marty to start talking about Sherry, so there you'll hear that, I've been talking.
I spend a night with her at least once a week. So you go ahead and think anything you want to think. You're not. I don't give a damn what you think.
George, you will never get ahead because of the way you live and the work you do. I didn't get ahead working outside. I had to go to college. I had to learn how to do a profitable skill.
But my skill, I had a funny skill. Okay?
You're as essential as a janitor. Yes, we need them, but we're not going to pay them a lot.
Look. Okay, you see, look. If you say that one more fucking time, you will never be able to call this number ever.
I wasn't talking about your father.
If you ever say that one more fucking time,
Well, George, get a better job. If you're so skilled.
I work 2 jobs, okay?
But then you're a courier and a food delivery man.
You can think whatever you want to think. I'm doing what's getting me through right now. Got it?
But I want to help you get out of getting through. What do you need, George? You need a loan of $500 to get an apartment. What do you need?
I don't want you.
George, I got more money in my safe than you got in the bank. I mean, listen to me.
Okay, I don't care what you have. I'm not asking for anything.
But you work for fucking Amazon and DoorDash, George. It's not a career for a 51-year-old man.
Little do you know. Hold a second. What I do is my business. Okay? My business. Nobody else but mine.
But have you ever thought about the possibility that we could do better?
Who's we?
You, with my help as a
I don't
team.
need your help.
George, I'm gonna get the copyright to the Gorgeous George show and sell it to you.
I own it already.
Yeah, but I was thinking about doing a quiet title action to the trademark and the name.
I already own it.
For someone so skilled, someone who has so much experience, you do 2 jobs that require no skill, except a valid driver's license and a trapmobile.
Listen to me very carefully. There are people out there. There's no crime, no shame in the crime. They're out there doing what they have to do to get by, and that's what they do. They're out getting by, doing what they need to do every single day. It might not be a glamorous job, but they do what they've got to do. So no shame in the crime. No crime.
But you realize you've been getting by for 51 years.
Let me tell you something, Sherlock. 10 of those years, I was well off. 10 of those years, I saw the world. Have you been around the world? Have you saw the world? I saw the world.
But that didn't happen until your father passed away.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I saw the world. I enjoyed myself. I saw the world. I went to England. I went everywhere. I saw the fucking world. You understand what I'm saying?
And that stopped when the money ran out. And it went right back to poverty.
That's okay. Because right now, I've been working on it. I own my own karaoke business. I sold advertising for a magazine consulting company. I own a cab. And now, from here, I'm doing what I need to do and get back. Because what you don't understand, Sherlock, is that I'm taking a life insurance course, and I'll be selling life insurance as all said and done.
Do you have any?
I will.
I actually should get a policy on you, so when Marty does finally fucking cause you to stroke out, I can get that. I should do that. What do you think you're worth, George? $1 million term life policy for say $61 a month?
To that, I bid you a well, fuck you, and go to hell. Okay?
George, be honest. Think about it. I could make some money. I'm not allowed to do that. Oh, he's gone.